I am heading eastward on Port Alberni Subdivision, coming up to the fabulous milepost sign for mile 30, and on the other side of the track is what is likely a whistle sign. It's also a slow order for 10 miles an hour, and that's going to be because I'm coming up to a trestle that is in poor shape. I had heard someone say that this trestle that I'm coming up to is in the second worst shape of any trestle on this subdivision. The worst one is mile 18.1, and I visited that a couple weekends ago. Okay, you know what? Maybe the green sign just means resume normal speed. That could be it. In any case, I am coming up to the trestle, which means I'm matching up with where I came from the other direction back in June. Back in June it was warm. I think it was June 1st. I came at this from a part closer to the Cherry Creek neighborhood, had a steep climb up a trail, and came in from about mile 28 all the way down here to this trestle. Beyond this trestle, where I'm not going today, is an interesting concrete track culvert. There's only a few of them around. I think this is the only one on the island, which looks like some concrete teeth that support the rail. And I can see the guardrail, and I can hear the creek. So this is great. So here comes the walk to the trestle from the west side. And we'll walk across it and then see what it's like. I'm not expecting any changes from when I was here last, other than the leaves are on the ground. We have refuge bays all up. Last time I was here, spent some time down below, and I don't think I'm going to do that this time. So let's start by going across the trestle. And then I'll do some still photographs. I have stringers below me. That's always what I like. So let me just go back a sec. I said earlier that I like this curve because you can't see one end from the other. I mean, you can. The evergreen tree is in the way. And I kind of think these trestles get more curvy in my brain than when I see it. But there's definitely a nice curve on it. And that curve will be more apparent on the other end, I think. Okay, let's do the walk from west to east. So we have some ties that are in poor condition, not all of them, but some of them. Walk in the middle. I got stringers underneath me. Here's the kind of dilemma of just walking carefully. What a lovely creek. Yeah, a nice refuge bay, maybe. 2 refuge bays on either side. 2 on each side is what I mean, as you can see. There's no fire buckets. I think there's a fire bucket in the ground near one of these. Not much to see here other than some really poor ties. Soft and crunchy. That's what the ties are like. That's not what you want. Looking up above the structure here on the east side and above the slope, a cut block from logging. This is a nice scene. This is the refuge bay that I think has the mileage marker on it, and I'll see that when I get off of it. There's that fire barrel. And here we are. Instead of a lot of maple leaves, they're really just a lot of needles from the evergreens. Let's take a look back. And there, on the bottom rung, is mile 29.9 on the refuge bay. Ah, this one has its fire barrel. Good. It's a good place for leaves and an energy drink. Just a nice straightaway off the trestle eastward with all those leaves. Wow, that's beautiful. This is the part that makes it a little bit dangerous for what I'm doing, because you can't see the condition of the ties below you because of the leaves. And at the same time, you don't want to kick them around because you want to preserve the scene for your photographs. I know, such dilemmas. And that's as far as I'm going to go eastward. So now it's time to start some fun photography of this, what I'm going to call a lovely structure. I like the curve. I'm down below the east end making photographs of the trestle. Just seeing the structure from this angle with a carpet of maple leaves. It's very lovely. I'm playing around underneath the east end. I remember how they've got each of the sections of the trestle marked off with spray paint for numbers. I think it goes up to 17 or 18 on the other end. And now I have a nice sweeping view off the east end, having some fun with photography from here. I'm working here at the east end of the trestle. Found a nice spot in the moss. Nice. I'll just move it up a little bit. Just like that. Lovely green carpet. There's always clues that show you that you're on the Port Alberni Subdivision and in the Alberni Valley. And even on this mile 29.9 Trestle, there's definitive proof that I am on the Port Alberni Subdivision. And I'll show you. Lucky Lager, the official beer of Port Alberni. And now it's time to take a closer look at the creek. It goes way up on the mountainside. Can't see it through the brush. It is pretty amazing. Looking eastward at the 29.9 Trestle, Sunlight is behind me, and let's cross the trestle for a final time. Carefully down here, because I can't see where I'm stepping. It's kind of an issue, and now it's much better. There's my shadow working its way across. A little bit poor down here, but I have two stringers right below me. I feel the warmth of the sun. It's rather cold. It was -2 degrees when I started this morning. And this has been nice visiting the 29.9 Trestle. I don't know when I'll get to see it again, but I know that this way, at least, from the way I came in, is 5 kilometers in, 5 kilometers out, and that's okay. It's a good workout. And there's the look, blinded by the sunlight.